හරි ඔන්න ඉතින් අපේ තනියට මේ කුකුලෝ දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්නවා නෑ කුකුලෝ 3 දෙනයි මේ බල්ලෙක් ඉන්නවා මේ බල්ලව ග්‍රහුල පෙට් කරන්න මේ අම්බර කඩවන්නේ ඌව පෙට් කරන්න කිව්වොත් එහෙම ඌ මාව පෙට් කරයි වගේ හරි ඉතින් කලින් කිව්වා වගේ මේ අපි රෙඩි වුණාට පස්සේ ආච්චිව හම්බෙන්න කිව්වා නේද අපි ගියන් ආච්චිව හම්බෙන්න මොකද්ද තත්ත්වය කියලා බලන්න
All the saints watching over you, and the Holy Virgin and all. Better pray you have someone up there looking out for you. Try to eat something. An empty stomach won't do you no good. There's something for you on the table, and there's a pot on the fire. And then have a wash at the trough. That'll freshen you up.
හොද ගන්න කිව්වනේ අපි කෑවනේ දැන් කන්න ආය කන්න තියනවද තාම තියෙන කන්න කොට කවුබ චීස් කැලගම
Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
තේමයි අපි බලමු දැන් ගිහිල්ලා මේ හොද ගන්න තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද කියලා මෙතනනේ ලේහෙම හේදෙනවර
I feel like a new man.
අරු නේද අපි මේ අර මනුස්සයාගේ තැඳුම් තිබ්බනේ ඒ ටික ඇඳගෙන ඒ ටිකත් හොදගමු කලිසමයි සම්පත්තු ටික ඒ ටික හරි මේකත් දාගමුකෝ මූණට නෙමෙයි ඇඟට දාන්නේ නේද ඒ ටික හොදමුකෝ කිල්ලා මොකද ලේ තියෙනවනේ හරි ඒ ටිකත් හොදගත්තා ඉතින් මේ හරි ආතල් ගයමු අපි අර ආච්චි හම්බෙන්න ආච්චි අම්මා හම්බෙන්න හරිද
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds! Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow centre. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere, or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
True. I might have been a bit hasty. But leaving him lying around here doesn't seem like a good idea.
And it ain't either. But what can I do? I'll have to take care of it with Pavlena when she gets back. Of course, if it bothers you and you feel up to it, grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles.
Yeah. I'll see whether I'm up to it.
I've seen fellas in worse states, but in
Aduh,
better
කොල්ල
ones
නැගිට්ටද?
too.
දොර වහනයන්. අන්න මේ අපිට යන්න ඕන තැන මෙයින් අපි වෙන්න දී නේද? Take this bed. නැත්නම් මෙයින් අපි පිච්චාමු. මේ මාක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. සවල අරන් ගිහින් අරව වල්ලමු. හරිද? අපි බලලලා මේ අර අනිත් තැන් ටික නෑ. මේ ඌරෙකුත් ඉන්නවා. මෙන්න මේ හැරි වල්ලමුට කියන්නේ. කොහොමද බං සවල ගන්න? මේදී අතර දාගන්න බෑනේ. කොල්ල මම සවල ඩ්‍රොප් කරා. සවල ඩ්‍රොප් කරා මං හිතන්නේ මං කෙලව ගත්තා වගේ සීන් එකක් තියෙන. fucked up මචං fucked up. ඔතන මං ඒ සවල හැලි කරන්න. අපි ඊළඟ තැනට යමු එහෙනම්. your bed. මම මෙතන ඉන්නේ නේද? මේ ඉන්නේ මම. මෙන්න මේ පැත්තේ තියෙන මොකක් හරි අපි ගිහිල්ලා බලමු. ඉතින් අපි යන පැත්ත හරිද? දුවමුද? ඉතින් හරි ලස්සනයි. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනේද? හරි ලස්සන පේනවා මේ සතාසි උපාව කෑ ගහනවා මචං. ගහකොළ තියෙනවා. මේ මොකක්ද? කැඩිච්ච ගහක්. මෙහෙන් යන්න බැරි බෑ. එහෙන් යන්න බෑ. මේ වතුරේමත් මරු මේ ඩීටේල්ස් එහෙම නියමයි ගති ඩීටේල්ස්. අර පැත්තෙන් යමු. එහෙන් යන්න බෑ බං. ඇයි මම මේ පැත්තෙන් ආවා කියලා මටම හිතා ගන්න බෑ. මේ අර අයිටම් ඩ්‍රොප් කරපුවාම ඒවා ආයෙ ගන්න බැයි දන්නේ නැහැ නේද? ඒක අර පැහැදිලි තියෙන තැනක ඩ්‍රොප් කරලා බලන්න ඕන. මෙන්න මේ පැත්තේ යන්නද? මෙහෙන් යන්න. මෙහෙන් තමයි යන්න තියෙන්නේ. දුවමු විතර දුවමු. හෙන්රි දුවන්න. අවිද්ද පය 18 කියලා.
Damn. shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
තාම රිදෙනවලු ෂෝල්ඩර්ස් නේ. රිදෙන්නේ නැතුව දියේ. අමරේ. මේ මොෙක් නේ දින්නේ. මෝ අල්ලගන්න තියෙන බ. මරන්න තියෙන. මීමැසි වදයක් මචං. ඉඳ ගන්නත් පුළුවන් මේ. මේ තියෙන්නේ දැන්.
Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
බණ්ඩියම්. පල්ල පුරුණෝ. කවුරුද ඇවිල්ලා
What's that
ගන්නේ?
dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
අඩෝ.
Don't try my temper, crone. It wasn't a broken neck that killed him. His head caved in.
කවුරුද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ මං අතේ වෙපන් එකක් නැහැ.
Killed him. Where's the one that done it? Start
Ah, matey.
we'll torch
There you
this
go.
hovel with you inside it, you old witch.
All right. Some young fellas came here at night and got into a fight with your man.
පොරව ගමු පොරව අරගෙන. ඉතින්
What could I do? A weak old woman. They killed Ella outside my door. They threw
Oh, that wasn't too hard, was it? It would have been easier if
Called
you
me.
told us the truth from
Called
the
me.
start. It's your own
Ah.
doing. You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit.
අව් අව්. අම්මා පොඩුවෙන්.
You're not up to it.
නියමයි. ඌ ඉවරයි. නියමයි. කොහොම හිටපන්. කොහෙද යන්නේ? නියමයි ඌත් ඉවරයි. නයිස්.
Mixed up in all sorts of nonsense at my age.
What the hell? අච්චි කියවන්න එපා. අච්චි කියවන්න එපා වැඩිය. ගයිටම් ඔක්කොම අපි දාගමු අරගෙන. අරු ගයිටම්ස් ගමු මේ අපි ඉස්සරම් බැන්ඩේජ් ගහගෙන ඉමු දැන් මාර කේස් එකක් වෙන්නේ. You don't need to bandage yourself. Blah 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 blah. මචං not bleeding. මෙන්න මුල කඩුවක් තිබ්බා. අපි කඩුව ගමු. ඕබන් කඩුව නැහැනේ. මේකේ අපි කඩුව දාගමු. මේක කියන්නේ මේ බඩු ඔක්කොම අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් නේද? හැම එකම අරන් යන්න. hunting sword. හැම එකම අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද දන්නේ නැහැ නේ. එමසින් එක තියෙනවද දන්නේ නැහැ නේ. අර ඒවල ඩිෆෙන්ස් ඒ ගානක් තියෙනව නේද? දැක්කද? එහෙම සීන් එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ කලිසමක් තියෙන හොඳ කලිසමක්. අපි ඒක ගමු. ඒකෙන් ශක්තිය වැඩි මචං. ගයිස් එකෙන් ශක්තිය වැඩි. මෙදවල් කෑම ජාතිනේ අපි මේ කමු මේවා. හෙල්ත් වැඩි වෙන එතකොට. නේ අම්මට සිරි අම්බානක මහන්සි අපි කමු මොනවා හරි කාලෙමු. නැත්නම් වැඩි සවුත් වෙන්න යන්නේ. මෙතන හෙල්ප් පෙන්වන්නේ නැද්ද අපි? මේ කමු නේද? කන්න තමයි ඕනේ. මං හිතන්නේ. කන්න තමයි ඕනේ. මොකක්ද අර සීන් ටික මේ මොනවද දන්නේ නේ තියෙන්නේ අර injury eba කතා කරමු ගිහිල්ලා මොනවා හරි වෙන්න.
God in heaven, you look a sight. It's a wonder you're standing on your feet. My word. They worked you over good.
I fought them off as best I could. But I was lucky to survive at all.
2 of them, eh? No wonder then. Show me that. I'll try and get you into better shape. I didn't go to the trouble of healing you just so you'd up and die on me. Well now, better?
Much better. Thanks a lot. And are you all right? They didn't harm you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Burgov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
ආයංකුවේ නම් හට් එකට. නෝ මිනිස්සු මැරලා හැමතැනම.
Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get... First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Eh? මේක තමයි හදන්න ඕනේ නේද?
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. Have you poured it in?
එහෙනම් අයම කියලා බලමු.
What's taking you so long, lad? You've got the pitchers there on the shelf on the left. Just
median?
pick the right one.
මේ තියෙන අපි බලමු ෆොටෝ එක හරියට. අර මල තියෙන එකයි කොලෙයි ඈ ඔන්න හරි. මේක හැම දෙයකටම ඉන්වෙන්ටරි ඕපන් කරන්න ඕන. මේකනේ.
If you don't remember what goes in there, look in the book again.
හරි.
Have you poured it in?
තාම නෑ යකෝ. අයියෝ.
Have you poured it in? So, what did you pour in there?
Spirits.
Liquor doesn't belong there. Are you pouring it into yourself as well? It was supposed to be wine. Well,
Oh.
start again.
හරි හරි වයින් ටිකක් දාන්න.
So, what did you pour in there?
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
ඒ
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
ඒක මරු නේද?
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked.
දැන්
Put
තමයි
them
ඉන්නේ
there
ඕපන්
on the
කරන්න තියෙන්නේ.
shelf, so you've got them at hand.
මේ ඔක්කොම ටික අපි සිලෙක්ට් කරමුද? ඔක්කොම ටික සිලෙක්ට් කරලා කන්ෆර්ම් කරමු.
Maybe I ain't seeing right, but don't you have only one bag there? Something's missing. Have you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need two. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Chamomile. දෙකක් දාන්න කියලා කියන්නේ නේ. එකයි
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Okay. මේක ටයිම් එකට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ.
Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
ග්‍රයින්ඩ් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
මට සරි සුපිරිනේ. Leave table. Oh.
Here it is.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of them damn corpses what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened.
අපි බීල බලමුද? අපි බීල බලමු. ඔබන්ගේ පෝෂන් එක මේ තියෙන ෂයින් ඒක නේද? ඊ දෙකම බීවද? අයියෝ දෙයියනේ මු ඔක්කොම බීවනේ. මම මිනිසුන් අයින් කරමු. නැවතම ඩෙඩ් බොඩිස් මල හත්තිලා වයිනේ. මහන්සි නිදාගමු ටික. හරි. පැක් නිදාගත්තා. පැක් නිදාගෙන හැරලා දැන් අපි යමු මේ මොන හරි කෑවොත් අර මේ ටික හොඳ වෙන්නේ නැති වෙයිද දන්නේ නැනේ. අපේ හෙල්ත් දැන් බාගෙන ඉතින් අපි කාලා බලමු මොනවා හරි හොඳ වෙයිද කියලා. මේවා මේ අපිට ඩ්‍රොප් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඩ්‍රොප් කරොත් වැටෙනවද බිමට වැටෙනවද දන්නේ නැනේ. ඔව් අර වැටෙනවා බිමට. මේ ටෝච් එක අපිට ටෝච් එක දාගන්න පුළුවන්. මේක හොඳයි කරවල. මේක ඩ්‍රොප් කරමු. ටෝච් ගොඩන්න තිබිලා තියෙන්නේ දෙකක් නෙවෙයි. මේවන වැඩක් නැහැ නේ. මේ කලිසම හොඳයි. බෙගර්ස් හෝස් කියන එක. අපි ඒක ඇඳගමු. ඒක වැඩක් නැහැ. කමු දැන් මොනවා හරි. බැන්ඩේජ් තියෙන බැන්ඩේජ් ගහන්න අපේ ලේ යන්නේ නැහනේ. ටේලර්ස් කිට්. ෂාවව්. මේක රිපෙයාර් කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. මෙන්න මෝ කැලේ හංගමුද ගිහිල්ලා. මෙයා අරන් ගිහලා දාමු කැලේට.
Ah, shit! My shoulder. This bastard's hard work. I'll put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging. I'll need a spade for this. I'll need to get a spade first.
ස්පේඩ් එකක් නැහැ නේ මං එක නැති කරගත්තානේ අසයි.
I'll need to get a spade first. I don't have a spade. I'll need a spade for this.
අමර වෙන්නද?
I'll need a spade for this. I don't have a spade. This will be the weapon used by the bastard who cut up Sir Hans.
දියන්න බලලා. ඉතින් මම සාවල නැති කරගත්ත හේතුවෙන් මම තීරණය කරන් නිදා ගන්න ගිහිල්ලා උදේ වෙනකම්. කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you. stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business. Where's my fucking sword? You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
නන්න පොයින්ස් තියෙනවා ඇබිලිටීස් අන්ලොක් කරගන්න පුළුවන් එකොළහත් තියෙනවා මිස්ටමිනේ වැඩි කරන්න වෙයි අන්න ඒව ලර්න් වෙනවා දැක්කද? පොඩ්ඩයින්. මෙහෙම විතරයි ලර්න් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. එකයි අපිට ලර්න් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ පොයින්ට්ස් අන්ලොක් වෙන්න ඕන. මේන් ලෙවල් එකේ එකක් තියෙනවා. දෙකක්. උදේ ලස්සන මේ ඉඩේලිය වැටිලා මේ කෑම හදලා කණ්ඩ.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bajena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
To cut a long story short.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a Cuman patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armour. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favours the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
वो शॉट करूँ ना।
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Townborough Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle. That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was! Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
No, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen...
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't
know what I'd do without you.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way. hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. I mean, you can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Taking their time again.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajena's. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it?
That's that woman from the pond.
Or the one you gave us away for?
Fight better that witch.
Wench! What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Health,
I
lads.
heard some
That's
talk
the most
about your
important
captain.
thing.
Oh?
Enjoy yours while you
What was
still
that?
got it.
Daddy's wounded?
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
What do you mean?
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right.
Hurt, don't it?
A bit, at least at first, but then you get all limber.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happened.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets itched to a bat-house wench.
It's just that my old woman don't know what to do with them. You want a recipe from mine? Her stew likes it. Delicious. That's not a bad idea.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things, all right.
Well then, be careful.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
God grant you health.
There'd have to be two of us.
I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. Too strong as an ox.
First, I have to settle our debt.
I was...
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
It'll be done in a jiffy. Don't worry.
That's not the point, Henry. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
I understand. I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks. Even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favour.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away. From where she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? I'm gonna lose a whole day just for a few sacks.
Oof! That isn't half heavy.
Like I'm invisible or something. Just a couple of sacks. Get cracking. usual.
Did you hear about what the bailiff is planning?
No, I don't care for gossip.
Nor do I.
Qui dicit non qui negat.
Is that supposed to be Latin?
Clever you. Do you know what it means?
No. And I doubt you do either.
The burden of proof is on the one who declares, not on the one who denies. So you see, I speak Latin. I've just proven to you that I'm a nobleman.
You've proved fuck all. Remembering some words you heard in church doesn't make you a nobleman.
I'd expect you to be more sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
We are sympathetic, but you're no nobleman, just an ordinary big mouth.
I'm a bit peckish.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? Or what the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh, no. Reinforcements. I'm so scared. Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Ist dir einen Arsch auf? Hey, Scheiße! Hey!
This is unbelievable.
You want to try me? You're no match for us, fucker.
filthy vermin.
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Useless.
Enough's enough! Time to die, you bastard!
No, you're one ugly freedom.
I hope you don't hurt anyone else.
Hand these old man! You want to try me? Enough's enough! Time to die, you bastard! Let him have it! Kick his ass!
Now you're finished. Shame on you. Already. Christ. I don't have the whole day for you. This is
Nice strike!
Enough! I give up!
I hope you don't mind any...
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak...
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious! Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well,
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I'll have to consider what to do next.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto, Otto.
Hey! Open Dango!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
All right. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
I suppose I
Henry?
really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, over here. You're Henry, right? Or was it the other one? Hey, you! Hey, over here. Well, come on. I don't bite. Are you going to just stand
Good
here
day
like a
to you.
statue? Good day. You've got time, right? You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere. You're in the right place. Over here. It's about time. Come here. Managing on your own? As you like.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semien on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semien, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semien?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semien.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semien. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout you was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. It's no wonder nobody wants anything to do with me. I look like a vagrant.
At least you're not walking around bare-arsed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now, but you might find something in the town hall armoury, although you'll need quick hands.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
Where'd you say I could get a horse?
The nearest stood
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Have you seen Bailey Thrush?
I have. He's been grinning like a daisy on a dung heap for days on end. And he's all hooked up like a...
Did you hear about what happened at the Big Wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zeharovka.
Don't cause any trouble.
Then.
Got it?
Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body
God be
stuck
with
in
you.
the wheel on Sunday.
How's the watch going?
Not bad.
Who
so
was it?
far.
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this, Milobolska says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
The river there has a powerful current. Dead man is floating.
Hey, what are you doing here? You're not allowed. That's right.
Don't see something like that every day.
Farewell then, my friend. God be with you.
Oh well, now just this.
Sheath that weapon immediately! Didn't you hear me? Put it away! What's it gonna be then? Put away that weapon! Are you deaf? Ah! You'll pay for that! Help! That madman will kill us all! You've got to stop him! Sheath that weapon immediately! What's it gonna be then? Put away that weapon! Didn't you hear me? Put it away! Are you deaf? The weapon! Put it away! What's it gonna be then? Put away that weapon! Surrender at once! Fine! You had your chance!
What do you want, you yokel? But make it quick.
I'll have a look at the wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, I'm listening.
Here. And something for your trouble.
Well, well, thank you very much. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.